something happened at 18 years old, right? You gonna hold how vocal he is. I've been around this. You gonna hold that in all them damn time? All this damn time for 20-something years, you gonna hold that in, and it finally came out?
Yeah.
302 check. Can you give me the 108 number that shows up on this radio, please?
Stop hitting me and getting in my comments, telling me what to tell King, okay? I know my son. Think I ain't spoke to my son? Think I ain't told my son, his mama, and his grandmamas? His ass going to prison. If you goddamn keep that shit up, his ass going to prison.
Did Boosie really just expose King Harris for jumping his own father after getting out of jail? Because the way Boosie said it, it didn't sound like gossip at all. It sounded like a man who'd seen something dark unfold right in front of him. There was no clout chasing, no jokes, just a serious tone. Like someone finally calling out a lie that's been brewing for too long. And even though he never dropped names, fans knew exactly who he was talking about. The timing, the energy, the tension, everything pointed to one story. Something definitely went down between King and T.I., and Boosie wasn't here to protect anybody's image for months. King's been spiraling, public fights, arrests, baby mama drama, fake gangster talk, and now Boosie's basically hinting that things exploded between father and son. Some fans even believe it was an actual fight after King's release. And if that's true, this isn't just family drama anymore. This is a full-on fallout between a rap legend fighting to protect his legacy and a son desperate to prove he's grown, no matter how reckless it looks.
I'm saying, so it's like I'm in control of what you see and what you know what I'm saying? So I would rather that. And I genuinely just like talking to my supporters. Like,
now, y'all know King Harrods didn't just wake up one day and decide to go wild. His image has been building toward this moment for a long time. Remember that Waffle House fight? The one where he was arguing with the staff, yelling, and threatening people like he ran the place. Yeah, that clip alone had folks calling him spoiled, entitled, and completely lost. It was one of those moments that made everyone stop and say, man, what happened to King? And if you remember, that video went viral everywhere. Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, everyone was talking about it. It wasn't just a random outburst. It was the start of a pattern that showed exactly where King was headed.
Wait till I get back and see him out here late night. Wait till I slap a alright, yeah. Yeah, wait. Wait till I come back in the market late night. And then it's just you and I slap you up.
That video is exactly why fans couldn't believe the son of T.I. and Tiny was out here talking about street life. Especially when he admitted on camera that he mostly grew up at his grandma's house. That wasn't just shade, that was proof. For years. People online have said King's been cosplaying a lifestyle he never lived, trying so hard to earn street credibility that he's willing to destroy his own reputation for it. And honestly, it shows. He's been chasing danger like it's some kind of validation. Like it'll make people forget he was born into money. But deep down, it's bigger than rebellion. King's been fighting to step out of his father's shadow, out from under that King of the South legacy that's impossible to escape. And with every bad decision, it's like he's screaming, I don't want to be known as T.I.'s son anymore. Then came the arrest, the moment that took everything to another level. Cameras caught King getting dragged out in cuffs, looking more annoyed than scared. And when that clip hit social media, it exploded instantly. The comments were brutal, and the internet had a field day. That one video had the whole world talking. It was everywhere.
All right, let's step back here. Stand by right here for me. There we go. I'm 10 extend, 1 detain. Spread your legs slightly. I just need to pat you down. They're still verifying the warrant, but I just need you to take a seat in my vehicle right quick.
I went live the very next day, trying to keep it cool. He said he'd talked to King that he and his brothers were perplexed by the whole situation. You could tell he wasn't furious, just embarrassed and exhausted. The kind of tired that comes from watching someone you love spiral in public, but behind closed doors. Fans believe things got way more intense. King's arrest might have been the moment T.I. realized his son's image wasn't just reckless. It was a threat to the entire Harris brand. You can almost picture it. A father trying to pull his son back from the edge. And his son shouting that his dad doesn't understand him. Then, When King finally got released, that's when everything supposedly exploded. According to street whispers and insider chatter, King showed up at T.I.'s house furious, blaming him for not stepping in during the arrest. That's where fans think the King jumped T.I. rumor came from. Whether it was just a shouting match or something physical, that night clearly changed everything. After that, the whole energy around the Harris family shifted. People started watching closely who was speaking up and who suddenly went quiet. And right when things were heating up, Boosie jumped into the mix. And that's when it got real messy. Boosie's words hit harder because they didn't come out of nowhere. His son T.I hangs out with King all the time, shooting music videos, flashing weapons online, acting grown. Boosie's even had to step in himself to calm them down. And in case you missed it, here's the clip.
Who do you belong to? Who raised their hand? Somebody got to raise their hand. I've been seeing him around too here a lot. You gonna raise your own hand? I've been seeing him around too. Huh? Well, when you got drugs, it ain't like I know that. When y'all got drugs around those legal guns, they called it's not possession of a firearm and commission of a crime, sir. That is a felony.
So when Boosie started hinting that something about T.I.'s version of events didn't quite add up, people instantly began connecting the dots. Maybe he heard what really went down from his son T.I. Or maybe Boosie already knew more about that night between T.I. and King than anyone else realized. But the way he spoke calm, serious, and seasoned, it didn't sound like a man gossiping. It sounded like someone who's seen this story play out before. A young rapper losing himself in the image game while his father stands there, helpless, watching it all fall apart. Boosie's tone wasn't about dragging T.I. down, it felt more like a warning. Like he was saying, I've survived this world for 20 years without folding. So why can't y'all handle your own house? And just when that conversation started heating up online, things took an even wilder turn. Around the same time, King's name got caught up in a new wave of rumors. Talk of a supposed tape leak, drama with his baby mama, and questions about whether he was even the father. Within hours, fans flooded social media with theories, reactions, and memes all trying to piece together what really happened behind the scenes.
And this is the exact reason why I think getting a DNA test for fathers should be mandatory, because it's so many men out here that raise children and don't even know that the child is not theirs.
For T.I., this had to be another PR nightmare. Imagine trying to defend your own son while he's trending for all the wrong reasons. Every headline, every post, it just made things worse. But instead of laying low, King kept posting, clapping back, trying to prove himself online. That's when, allegedly, T.I. said enough is enough. He didn't want the Harris name mixed up in that mess anymore. Even if the rumors were exaggerated, the damage was already done. King's image was wrecked. And T.I. was done playing fixer. After everything that went down, T.I. just went silent. No posts, no interviews, no statements, nothing. But according to people close to the family, he made one quiet move behind the scenes. He cut off the funding, no more studio budgets, no promo backing, not even legal support, just distance. And for someone like T.I., that kind of silence speaks louder than any statement ever could. This wasn't just a dad giving up, this was a man protecting the empire he built. Because for T.I., legacy means everything. So when Boosie calls T.I. a liar or questions his toughness, maybe it's not an attack. Maybe it's a reminder that walking away doesn't always mean strength. Sometimes it just means you're done fighting. And that's what makes their dynamic so complicated, because these two used to be tight. Boosie and T.I. go way back to Southern icons who respected each other, moved in the same circles, and shared the same hustle. But that bond started cracking after the whole snitch paperwork drama. Boosie went public. T.I. clapped back. And from that point on, things have never been the...
I don't feel like he could have held that in for fucking all these years. You just basically just come out and say some shit like that, like that shit was,
man, look, like,
and then like I'm like, why the fuck he say that when we got a fucking album finna come out?
okay.
Like it was like, bro.
But that's the genius of Boosie's approach. He never says names directly. He doesn't have to. He lets the internet do the talking for him. Boosie plays the role of the wise veteran, the man who's seen it all, speaking on loyalty, realness, and respect, while throwing just enough shade to keep the blogs buzzing. At the same time, maybe he really does care. Watching T.I.'s family unravel might have hit him personally. After all, his own son T.I. runs with King. Maybe Boosie isn't trying to start drama. Maybe he's trying to warn them. To remind them what happens when fame makes you forget who you really are. Right now, T.I. and King are standing on opposite sides of the same story. One fighting to protect the family name, the other fighting to escape it. And Boosie, he's standing right in the middle, stirring the pot, making sure everyone sees the cracks that fame tried to cover up. No one really knows if T.I. and King will ever make peace again. But one thing's clear, this isn't just family drama anymore. It's a legacy slowly falling apart in front of millions of people. And honestly, it's hard to watch.